video, I am going to show you a step-by-step process on how to use the completing the square method when solving any quadratic equation. All you have to remember when doing the completing the square method is this simple formula, b over 2 squared, which means the square of half of the middle term of the given quadratic trinomial. Alright, so with that being said, what are you waiting for? Buckle up because you're in for another fun math run. Alright, so let's have our first example. You have x squared plus 10x minus 11 equal to 0. And so step by step natin itong gagawin, slowly but surely. Alright, so follow. First step, dapat yung coefficient ng inyong first term ay positive 1 at nasa standard form dapat yan. Alright, so ito yung first step mo. We have to transpose the constant number to the other side of the equation. Alright, so since this is negative 11, we are going to apply the addition property of equality para matanggal natin yung negative 11 dun. So this is equal to, alright, so you have x squared plus 10x minus 11. So by applying the APE now, we're going to add 11 on both sides of the equation. Okay, so 0 plus 11. So again, this is APE. Alright, next, simplify. So you have negative 11 plus 11. So this is already equal to 0. So you'll have x squared plus 10x equal to 0 plus 11 is just equal to 11. Now, okay, bakit kailangan natin i-transpose sa kabilang side yung constant number? Alright? So, kung i-review ninyo yung completing the square method, kung paano siya ginagawa, applicable lang siya sa isang incomplete na quadratic equation, which is of the form ax squared plus bx. Alright? So, kaya natin lilipat sa kabila para ito lang yung maiiwan na expression sa left side ng ating equation. Pag ganito na siya, all you have to do now is to apply this simple formula. Get the square of half the coefficient of your middle term. So, i-add natin yon dito sa expression na to. Pero ito yung catch. Alright? So, kung ano yung in-add mo dito, sa left side of the equation, should also be added dito sa right side of the equation. Alright? So, kung ano yun, tingnan natin kapag isinabstitute na natin doon sa formula. Alright? So, you'll have x squared plus 10x, alright, plus half of 10, and half of 10, tapos square. Alright, so this is b over 2 squared. Ayan, sinabstitute ko lang kasi si 10, siya ang coefficient ng x. Alright, so siya yung b. So b over 2 squared. So this is equal to 11. Alright, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, whatever we added here should also be added dito sa right side of the equation. So we are going to add the square of 10 over 2 dito. Alright, next, simplify. We have x squared plus 10x. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 5 squared is equal to 25, equal to 11 plus, of course, this will have the same answer. So this is plus 25. Next, simplify the right side of the equation, and as for this trinomial, you have to factor this one out. And you know that the factor of a perfect square trinomial is simply the square binomial form. So we can rewrite this trinomial as x plus, ano yung half ng 10 kanina? Diba? Positive 5. So yun yung ilalagay natin dito. Kaya plus 5 square. Yung iba naman, ang ginagawa nila, kinukuha nila yung square root ng constant number. Pero para hindi na mag-mix up yung concept natin, we will be sticking with that one hanggang sa mamasa ninyo. Alright? So yung ina-add or sinasubtract nating number dito is simply the resulting number kapag kinuha mo yung kalahati ng middle term mo. Alright, so yan. X plus 5 squared equal to, what is 11 plus 25? It is equal to 36. Alright, so is this the end of the solution? Not yet. Dito lang magtatapos ang completing the square method. Pagdating dito, papasok na ang concept ni square root property method. Alright, ibig sabihin, square root netong factor form which is squaring of binomial at itong number na nandito. Alright? So, getting the square root, ayan, you just cancel this one out, yung 2 na exponent saka itong radical. So, just bring down whatever the binomial is inside the parentheses. So, this is equal to, alright, so you have x plus 5, so that is x plus 5 equal to, what is the square root of 36? It is equal to 6. However, again, equal lang, whenever you get the square root of any constant number, always emphasize that there is a positive and a negative root. Kaya laging meron kang positive, negative na sign dyan. And again, ano yung square root ng 36? It is equal to 6. Ayan. O, next. Meron na tayong, ayan, wala na tayong radical symbols, wala na rin tayong mga parentheses. So now we can find the values of x sub 1 and x sub 2. So for x sub 1, ayan, so you have x plus 5 equal to, get the positive root, ayan, 6. Next, transpose the constant number to the other side of the equation. And since positive yan, we are going to apply the subtraction property of equality, meaning we have to subtract 5 on both sides of the equation. Ayan, so minus 5. So this one is 6 minus 5. Simplify. So again, this is because of SPE, alright? This is equal to 0. So therefore, where x sub 1 is equal to 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Alright, so this is the value of x sub 1. Next, do the same process for x sub 2. However, this time, since kinignan natin yung positive root dito, dito para sa x sub 2, ang kukunin naman natin ay ang negative root ng 36, which is negative 6. Alright? Yeah. So you have x plus 5 equal to negative 6 naman. Ayan. Ganun ulit yung gagawin natin. We have to transpose this one to the other side. So that is x equal to negative 6 minus 5. This is again because of SPE. And what is our final answer for our x sub 2? So your x sub 2 is simply equal to negative 6 minus 5 is equal to negative 11. Alright? So therefore, the solution set for this, alright, so let me just write the solution here. Alright, so the solution set for this quadratic equation consists of positive 1 and negative 11. And so for those na parang nag-ask ng question kung bakit laging dapat merong positive at negative na root ang isang number every time na kinukuha natin yung square root niya, it's because of the simple logic na kunwari. If you get the square root of 1, okay, bakit may positive 1 at negative 1? Kasi, pag si 1, minultiply natin sa sarili niya. 1 times 1 is 1. Alright? However, negative 1 times negative 1 is also positive 1. That is why, but every time you get the square root of a constant number, laging merong positive at negative na root. Alright? Alright, so let's have our final example. You have 5x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Again, ayan, nasa standard form na siya. So first step natin is to transfer the constant number to the other side of the equation. Alright, so this is equal to 5x squared minus 2x equal to 3. And this is because of APE. Alright, addition property of equality. So look at this one. You have 5x squared. Eh dapat, di ba nga, yung coefficient ng x squared ay dapat positive 1. So since since 5 yung coefficient dito, ibig sabihin, we have to divide everything, okay, all of the terms by this coefficient. So let us divide 5x squared by 5, negative 2x by 5, and of course, kailangan din natin i-divide yung 3 by 5. So makakansel na natin to. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So you have x squared. However, 2 is not divisible by 5. So again, I discourage you to convert it to decimal. So leave it as it is. So you have minus 2 over 5x equal to 3 over 5. I mean, 3 is also not divisible by 5. So leave it as it is. So you have 3 over 5. Alright, next. Proceed to proceed to completing the square for this side of the equation. Alright, by adding the square of half the middle term. Okay, so let's have it. Let me show you how to solve it. You have x squared minus 2 over 5x. Alright, plus half of negative 2. Ayan, negative 2 over 5. Kalahati niya, tapos i-square. Alright, next. Equal to 3 over 5. Again, whatever you added here should also be added dito. So, you have plus negative 2 over 5 divided by 2 squared. Again, this one is just the substitution for this formula for completing the square. B over 2 squared. Alright. And here's the trick kung paano nyo sinosolve yung isang fraction tapos dinidivide siya ng isang whole number. Napakasimple lang ng gagawin ninyo. Alright? Yan. Kita nyo, you have negative 2 over 5 tapos yung denominator niya is just a whole number. So, ang gagawin ko lang dito, napakasimple lang. All you have to do is to multiply ito. Multiply 2 by the denominator of the fraction numerator. And that gives you, alright? So, that gives you a product of, ito copy, so negative 2, ayan, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. Alright? Ganun lang yung nangyayari. Every time na nag-divide kayo ng fraction sa isang whole number, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin is to multiply itong whole number na nasa divisor nyo at saka yung denominator nung nasa numerator mo or yung dividend mo. Ayan, 5 times 2, yan, naging 10. However, negative 2 over 10 can still be simplified. Tama? Okay. So, negative 2 over 10 is just equal to negative 1 over 5. Yan. Bakit ko sinimplify? Well, for one thing, mas advantage para sa'yo kung nagdidil ka lang sa mas lesser na value kaysa sa mga larger na values para mas mabilis mag-solve. Ayan. So, negative 1 over 5. Ayan, square na natin. Okay, get the square. So, what is the square of negative 1 over 5? Again, how do you get the square of a fraction? Square both the numerator and the denominator. So, what is the square of negative 1? It is negative 1 times negative 1. Positive 1. And lastly, 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Alright, so itong 1 over 25, yan lihat natin kay x squared minus 2 over 5x na kay 3 over 5. Okay, so let me just rewrite it here. Ayan. Alright, so you have x squared minus 2 over 5x plus, ano yung nakuha natin kanina? 1 over 25 equal to 3 over 5. Ayan. 3 over 5 plus 1 over 25. Next, PSC na to, so gawin mo na siyang factored form. Gawin mo na siya sa squaring binomial na form. So this binomial can be written as x, alright? Go back to half of yung kalahati ng negative 2 over 5 and that is negative 2 over 10. Pero sinimplify natin which is negative 1 over 5. So yun ilalagay natin dito. Minus 1 over 5. And again, do not forget the exponent na 2. Alright? Equals to 3 over 5 plus 1 over 25. They are dissimilar fractions. So how do you add dissimilar fractions? Diba? You will get the LCD. And the LCD for 5 and 25 is simply equal to 25. Divide, multiply. So 25 divided by 5 is 5 times 3. So you'll have 15 plus 25 divided by 25 is 1 times 1. So that is 1. Next. Simplify this one further. So we have x minus 1 over 5 squared equal to 15 plus 1 is 16 over 25. Alright, so nasa factored form na, you have x minus 1 over 5 squared equals to 16 over 25. Now, next step, dito na magtatapos yung completing the square method. Papasok na ang konsepto ni square root property. So let us now extract the square root. Get the square root of this binomial and this one. Alright, cancel. So, copy this one, you'll have x minus 1 over 5 equal to, ito naman, paano kinukuha ang square root ng isang fraction? Madali lang. All you have to do is to extract the square root of both the numerator and the denominator. But then again, don't forget 1 over 5. Okay, so wala tayong problema dyan dahil similar fractions na yan. So all we have to do is just to add the numerator and then copy the denominator and just simplify after. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 and 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So therefore the first root of the given quadratic equation is 1. Alright, next, let's solve for x sub 2. Okay, ganun lang ulit, but this time we will be getting the negative root naman. So you have x minus 1 over 5 equal to negative 4 over 5. Alright, next, transpose lang the other side of the equation. Ayan, by using the APE pa rin. So you'll have x equal to negative 4 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Ayan, copy the denominator, but you have different signs for your numerator, negative at positive. So isasubtract mo yan at carry the sign of the bigger number. Alright, so since the bigger number is 4 at yung sign niya ay negative, ibig sabihin yung expected na result mo should have a negative sign. Alright, so this is equal to negative 4 plus 1 is equal to negative 3. Okay, negative 3 over 5. So therefore, the second value of the solution for the given quadratic equation is negative 3 over 5. So therefore, alright, the solution set for this quadratic equation 5x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0 is consists of 1 and negative 3 over 5. Alright, so that's it mga Mathsters. I hope na nakasunod naman kayo sa step-by-step na procedure natin sa kung paano mag-solve ng